going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today, I have an NU match against GamerXpertHD. For the most part, I'm pretty much using the same team as last time. I switched a couple of the Pokemon out, but GamerXpertHD over here has a couple of not fully evolved Pokemon. The Grovyle and the Vibrava. I've been seeing a lot of not fully evolved Pokemon lately in the NU tier, and it's actually, some of them are pretty effective, so we'll see what we can make happen here. I'm going to be leading off with my Camerupt, as he's going to lead off with his Primeape, and that's not the best matchup for me, but I know he's not going to want to go for the close combat on the first turn unless he's risky, so he's just going to go for the U-turn like I expected, as now he's probably going to bring in, I think he brings in his Torkoal, and we got some fire-ass motherfuckers out here. We got a turtle, we got a big-ass camel, there's just fire all over the place. I ended up going for the Lava Plume, just because I kind of wanted to hit that Primeape if it did want to stay in, but lands on this freaking turtle, and I'm like, I hate turtles. Just kidding. Who could hate turtles? Turtles are fucking awesome. But I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rock, as I figured he's probably going to want to go for his own Stealth Rocks, as he does, and I'm like, alright, we both got our rocks up, except I realized that you can freaking spin mine away because you're a freaking turtle, and that's what you do, you spin around. So I'm not really too worried about him going for the Rapid Spin, just because he's going to have to waste a turn going for the spin, get my rocks away, and then I can definitely just stick those back up later. So he gets a critical hit on the Rapid Spin, still does nothing, as I go for the Roar, and having Roar on my Camerupt was like one of the best ideas I ever had. It actually definitely comes in handy. I catch a lot of people setting up on me, and the Roar is just awesome. So I wrote out this Grovyle, and he decides to go for the Rock Slide on the first turn. I wasn't sure if that was his best option against me or something, but I actually just ended up staying in, clearly just going to go for the Lava Plume, as he lives with his Focus Sash, but then gets burned, and then I felt kind of bad there. So he's going to go ahead and die to the burn, and I was like, alright, you probably shouldn't have stayed in and went for the Rock Slide, but it happens. It's all good. He's now going to go into his Primeape, and now he's basically like, alright, fuck this Camerupt. I'm just going to go for the close combat. I know I can do a dick load of damage, and honestly, the rest of my team isn't really looking to take a close combat. I send in Lux Luthor here just to get the Intimidate, knowing I can take at least one close combat. I might have to sack Lux Luthor here if it comes down to it. So he's going to go for the close combat. After the Intimidate, it's not going to be able to kill me. He gets his defense falls, and now he actually decides to switch out. Rather than staying in, he's going to go ahead and switch out into the Vibrava, which was a pretty nice play, because I do go for the Wild Charge here, and it's not going to affect that thing. So he's going to be able to outspeed me, go for the Earthquake. I honestly wasn't sure what this thing was going to do, so I actually just stayed in. I do have Ice Fang on Lux Luthor, so I went for the Ice Fang, just to see if he maybe wanted to get a setup move or something, and then get completely just owned by an Ice Fang. But Lux Luthor goes down, and it happens, so it's all good. I'm going to bring in Basculin. This thing is a fucking monster. This fish right here, you do not want to fuck with it. I'll tell you what, I go for a Waterfall. It's going to be an Adaptability, Choice Banded, Stab Waterfall. It does a decent amount of this Wheezing. Honestly, it almost does half to it, but after the Black Sludge and stuff, it's not looking too hot. So I know that the reason why he would want to bring the Wheezing out is basically just to get that Will-O-Wisp off on Basculin, because Basculin is definitely a pretty big threat to this guy's team. So I'm expecting the Will-O-Wisp. I'm going to go into Camerupt here, as he does go for the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm like, alright, Camerupt, putting in work. So I can honestly expect him to switch here, but I decide he actually stays in and goes for the Sludge Bomb. So I think I went for the Stealth Rocks just to get my rocks back up, and if he wanted to bring out the Torkoal again, I'd be able to fuck it up with an Earth Power. So now I got my rocks up, looking pretty solid. I'm expecting him to switch now, probably into the Torkoal. Expecting to get the Rapid Spin off to get rid of the damn rocks. So he goes into Torkoal, and I'm like, no. I'm not really digging this matchup. Camerupt is just not too happy about this matchup, so I go for the Roar, and this turtle is going to have to get sent the fuck out, as Wheezing comes right back out, and that's perfect, because now the things are just taking Stealth Rocks damage, and I'm like, alright, the Camerupt plan is working quite swimmingly. So he's actually just going to stay in on the Wheezing, going to go for the Sludge Bomb just in case I continue to Roar. I actually just decided to stay in, go for the Lava Plume. I figured it would do a decent amount to this Wheezing, maybe I can catch a burn, but I already got lucky on a burn, so that's not going to happen. The Wheezing is looking not very healthy over there, so that's some pretty good news. I basically just need to get this Wheezing to the point where I can kill it later. Right there, I just lived that shit with 1 HP. I was not expecting to live that attack, but that Sludge Bomb knocked me to 1 HP, and I'm able to Roar out the Torkoal again, and that is pretty awesome, because the Torkoal takes a decent amount of damage from the Stealth Rocks. And then as you'll see here, Camerupt is faster than this turtle, because fucking obviously camels are faster than turtles. That's like a National Geographic fact right there. So, as you see, camera up because he lived with 1 HP, is able to kill that turtle, and there will be no more rapid spinning going on around here. So, that's pretty good. The stealth rocks are up to stay, and now the giraffe rig is going to come out. So, the giraffe rig is kind of a little bit intimidating because he actually goes for the calm mind here. I could have roared it away on the first turn, which would have been pretty funny, but he actually just sets up the calm mind, just hoping I don't go for the roar, as I believe I just go for the lava plume, and that's not going to do too much to this guy after the +1 special defense. I don't get the burn, and this giraffe rig might be a little bit scary. The only thing that I would be really worried about is if I didn't have my Basculin, because Basculin, with a Choice Banded Aqua Jet, is going to be able to just destroy this thing if it really comes down to it. I have a plan. You always got to have a backup plan. It's the key to Pokemon right there. So, Giraffe Rig is getting some leftovers action. He's looking really healthy. +1 special attack, +1 special D. And I'm like, you know what? Lime the Tauros is fast as hell. I can hit extremely hard, and I could probably be able to kill this thing in one hit. So I'm going to go for the Choice Scarf Return, as this Giraffe Rig lives it with 1 HP and is able to go for the Psychic. But as you'll see, Lime lives that shit with 2 HP. And this is goddamn ridiculous. There's so many low HP lives this match. It's crazy. But luckily, Tauros is going to be able to outspeed, go for the return, and the Giraffe Rig is dead. That's actually interesting. I gotta use a Giraffe Rig. I haven't even used one yet, and they're actually pretty interesting. That's only like the second one I battled against as well. So pretty interesting Pokemon right there. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this Weezing with a return, because I figured, you know what? Tauros is a freaking monster. I can hit pretty damn hard with that return, and it actually ends up killing the Weezing. And I'm like, oh right. So now that Vibrava's gonna come out, I figured I might as well just go for a return, and now I know it's not going to kill it, but it's going to knock it to the point where I could get some damage off and really easy damage and kill that later. So he's actually just going to go for the U-turn on the kill, which is fine by me because he's actually going to have to switch into his Pokemon. Whatever he wants to send in, I can base my switch off of that. So he actually only has the Primeape left, I believe. So it's Primeape and Vibrava, and I'm going to go ahead and send in Yellow Balls. Against this Primeape, I really did not have much against this Primeape. Scarfed Primapes really kind of rain on this team's parade most of the time, as you'll see. I got lucky there and lived that close combat with 14 HP. That's the only reason why I lived that is because this Yellow Balls is so damn defensive. And that was actually really lucky right there. I'm super glad I lived that. I'm able to get a Thunder Wave off on the Primeape. The main thing I was worried about the Primeape was that the fact that he's not to the point where an Aqua Jet from Basculin will kill it, and he was faster than everything on my team. So I was like, you know what? Get you a nice little Paralyze going, and hit you with a Scald, and it does a decent amount after the defense drops. Now he's able to just punch my Lantern in the face, and that's definitely a dead fish right there. But it's alright, because I've got more fishes. And then I realized, I was like, you know, 3 Faces, 1 Palm hasn't been out here yet. This Exeggutor is a freaking beast. And I'm like, you know what? I would enjoy killing a Primeape with this thing. You know, I'm going to go for that Giga Drain. Thank God I got that Thunder Wave off on that thing. That was pretty much key right there. So, Exeggutor is looking pretty happy over here with his weird-ass looking 3 heads and weird stocky palm tree body, but you know, don't question 3 Faces, 1 Palm. He's a fucking monster. The Vibrava's gonna come out, and to my surprise, I actually end up outspeeding that thing, and I'm able to kill it with a Giga Drain, and that is going to be the end of the match. So that was just a fun match I wanted to throw up for you guys. I haven't had a lot of Wi-Fi battles up lately. I start school tomorrow actually, so back to the college life. That's gonna suck, but I'll still be able to get a lot of videos up for you guys. And click the thumbs up button on this video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.